Hi everyone, welcome to Type Talks. Today we have Salvador with us, and he's an ENFJ, and he adores INFPs. And so I'd love to hear your reasons for that.
All right. So, hola, everybody. So for INFPs, there's a lot of different things that kind of draws me to them personally. I'm not sure exactly about all the other ENFJs, but in my experience, INFPs, one of the first things is that they are very loyal people and friends in general, usually, if they're healthy or, they're not, it just depends on the people, but usually they have good intent and are very loyal when you become close with them over a period of time. One of the closest INFPs, well, the closest one, is my mom. And obviously, they value their own values. Like, if you want to call FI authenticity, they stick very close to what they value the most. And it has to do with the people that they're really close to, that they really care about, and also themselves. But usually they're the ones that are going to put their necks on the line for you if someone tries to cross you in a way. Like, they're always the type, usually, like if you see like an INFP mother that really cares about their kids, they're the mother that's going to speak out more often than not, versus people who don't have introverted feeling leading. But they are very loyal and almost never like cross what they think is acceptable for others too. So usually they won't like turn their back on their friends because of their significant other or whatever like that. I've seen it happen numerous times, and it's very admirable because you can see how closely they really care and like hold their values to themselves, and they don't like kind of like hold it loosely. They hold it really close so that if there's like external pressure, they don't just like kind of like let it fizzle out and go away. They will like stand their ground about the things they really care about to remain, true to themselves, which is something that I really enjoy. But it's very just in general respectable to me, because that is something as an ENFJ I tend to struggle with at times, since I lead with extroverted feeling. Usually I'm more trying to look for what in general the group or the other people are thinking about, what's going to please them, and what's going to be the best decision to make for the people as a whole, not just me. So it allows for very just it gives you an idea of like a way that you can better your own ability as an ENFJ, because their individuality helps you realize, okay, maybe I need to, when I have something that I really care about, not let somebody pressuring me change what I value just because it's going to make them happy. Because that's something that I've also seen in other FE users. They tend to fold under pressure and just to make the other people happy, but usually FI users will not do that.
Yeah, especially if the FI user is an Enneagram 4 as opposed to an Enneagram 9. So there are certain FI DOMs who are 9s who will fold under the pressure, but typically, yeah, Salvador's right on the money with that. The individualistic nature of an INFP can definitely be a point of admiration for the ENFJ. And it's almost a point of endless depth and endless self-awareness that they have too, that might inspire the ENFJ to self-reflect more on their life.
Yeah, exactly. That's one of the other really big things that I've learned. I started to realize when I started really getting in type and realizing that people that lead with extroverted feeling, that they tend to not do as much self-reflection as people that are that use like introverted feeling or lead with it would, because they tend to look more towards the general, the other people outside of them rather than themselves. If you're healthy, though, obviously you'll use what you gather in the external world and take it back with you when you're on your own, and be able to self-reflect if you're a healthy or developed FE user. But I realized when I started really getting into type that it was my mom that allowed me to do a lot of the self-reflection that I've been really good at over the years, because they are like basically like experts at like self-reflection and understanding themselves as people, and their ability to do that, especially when you get really close with them, whenever you have like long talks about things that you really care about and are asking for their insight, they're able to really easily identify and pinpoint exactly what it is like you might be feeling, or what you're thinking, or what you might, just what you might be going through. And they're able to like expand upon that and give you better insight into like what the meaning of your actions might be, or just in general how you might be feeling. And it sparks a lot of just in general self-reflection, because they're able to, even times when you're not asking for it, pinpoint things that they can see in you without you having to ask for it. And sometimes I've seen it come out in people that lead with FI, and like almost like not back talk, but like when you're in a kind of play fight with someone and they just smack you with some words, and you're just like, whoa, where did that come from? Like it's more than you expected, but they'll do it with something that you're just like, okay, that's kind of right, like a self-realization. Like if you're in an argument with them and then they throw something at you that they feel that you've been wronging them, like in a way that you might have been wronging them, and then you're like, oh wow, I really have been doing that, or whatever. It allows you to go back and be like, just expand upon, in general, I like to say self-reflection, since they're very good at that. But if you wanted to add on to that, I'm all ears.
INFPs are really good at looking inside themselves and analyzing their own motivations or their own values and feelings. And so they can really inspire that in other people too that are around them. It allows for more introspection for the ENFJ. And there's also this shared commonality of conversational topics too. A level of feeling understood, seen, heard, because they speak a similar language in terms of being another NF type, even if you may not share the same cognitive functions.
Yeah, I definitely agree about all that, especially with the kind of like you're seeing from different lenses, but you are still on the same level because they're also NF users. And yeah, that's the only other thing I have to add to that is that since they have extroverted intuition versus introverted, there's a lot of different ideas and concepts that can like come from both ways that benefits each other. That is really cool, because when it comes to like coming up with new ideas of like if they make art or something, or make music or stuff like that, like they can throw ideas at you and then you can kind of bounce back with your thoughts on that. And just the combination of feeling and intuition used in introverted and extroverted sense just allows for a lot of different perspectives of similar things from two people, and it's just a lot of synergy in general. But yeah.
Very well put, Salvador. And so with the INFP, they can offer a plethora of ideas or different ways of seeing things. They are able to popcorn generate a lot of interesting ideas in the moment to the conversation. And the ENFJ is able to make the conversation more focused on certain ideas that the INFP mentions and go deeper into those too. So it creates a synergy of you both are bringing your original insights into the situation, but in different angles. And so thank you so much for coming out and sharing your wonderful thoughts on INFPs in your life, especially in regards to your mom, because she seems like the best person on the universe.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, and you have such an FE smile. It's like super wide and
Yeah, definitely. Got my chompers.
Yes, absolutely. And so thank you for that wonderful just ego boost for the INFPs in the crowd.
I fully expect it back in the comments. No, I'm just kidding.
And thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you all in the next episode. Take care.
Adios.